Hi, I'm Isabelle Ong and this is OptimiseU. But what is OptimiseU? Before I get into that, here's a little about myself. I'm a junior in high school right now, so that makes me one of the lucky 2021 graduates going through uni applications right now. And a large part of my school life has been centered around sports and trying to figure out that ideal student-athlete balance. Going back to the beginning, when I was around 5 years old, we had something called a house competition at school, which is basically a sports event, and I began my swim training. Fast forward into the future, I started football, athletics, and basketball, and it was only 2 years ago when I decided to finally focus on football only so I could train to get into the U16 women's national football team. I had the privilege of representing the national football team for my age group, and I played in a bunch of school tournaments during those 2 years. And that brings me here right now to COVID and to OptimiseU. I live in an apartment, and as a lot of people might relate to, you've got around like one arm span width of space. Obviously, during these times, we're not allowed to go out, so we lose training, that physical aspect of being an athlete that you normally associate with doing a sport. And that made me really reflect on some of the aspects of what it means to be an athlete that we sometimes don't often think about as much as training, like nutrition and wellness, optimizing exercise. So what do you do in your own time that would enhance your performance? And also injury care and injury prevention. In youth sports, here in the Philippines at least, I don't think there's a great deal of balanced emphasis on those three aspects that I mentioned as much as there is on training. So I'm setting up a blog and video series based on those three aspects that I believe can help you optimize your sports performance. This information will be based on thorough science-based secondary and primary research using interviews from professionals I trust, as well as information from websites I trust. And that's OptimiseU. I really hope that by doing this, I can give fellow student athletes, whoever, wherever, the means to access information at your fingertips so that you can build your own sports ecosystem.